Good morning, everybody. Don't mind me, I just got the fish stuff on the TV. If you've never watched people making aquariums or like fixing them up, I highly recommend it on YouTube. It's so interesting. But as usual today, we're going to get some comics. If you're not familiar with the channel, I got a couple missions, I would say, on the side that are going on while every week I go and get my comics. One of them is to eventually hit 1,000 comics in my collection, because the cool thing is apparently 1,000 books, comics, whatever is the label that they give a library. So I always thought it would be cool to basically have a library at my house of comic books I love, and that's the key word. I want to have 1,000 books. I think that's super cool, and I'm already really close. I think I'm at about 900 or just over, but at the same time, I want it to be ones that I love. So my mission lately is not only to hit 1,000 comic books, but not to rush it and get ones that I don't like. I want my collection to be, people say, curated, so it's purposeful. I'm not just adding books because I got them at a good deal, unless I really want them again. So that's one of the main missions. And for that second one, we got to head over into the collection room. Organizing and making the collection room look well. Obviously, right now, it's way worse than it usually is because I'm in the process of organizing it and cleaning it up. But one of the things that I didn't do early on that I really recommend all you do is kind of really look into your purchases. I would say that certain parts of this room or my collection are like borderline hoarding. And that's not how I've ever tried to be, where it's like, oh, I just can't get rid of it. Like, everything is sentimental to me. That's not even the case. It's just a matter of accumulating stuff over time and not finding the time to get rid of it. I'm not even attached. I swear it sounds like a cope, but I swear, like, a lot of this stuff I look at and I'm like, I can't wait to get rid of it. I just want to get rid of it in the right way, whether that's donating it to Goodwill or selling it online or giving it to a friend or somebody that could use it rather than just giving it away to somebody I don't know. So that's another process I want to do soon. One of the biggest, priorities would be getting rid of a lot of the action figures that I don't care for as much anymore. I think one of the traps I got into that I also don't necessarily regret is I used to regularly review figures on my TikTok account, Core Collects. I still do it. I just haven't been buying figures as much, so it seems like I've quit. Well, one of the things I wanted to do is build up a catalog. And so for DC Multiverse, one of my favorite brands to buy figures from, I would get most figures, unless they were actually bad. And that would just kind of speak to itself. Like, if you didn't see a review by me, it's probably because I didn't like the figure. But I'd probably get it. A lot of platinum editions, the red platinums, a bunch of regular releases, gold labels. I'd make sure to review them so people could go to my channel and be like, hey, he really likes his figure. And Corey probably has decent taste at least. So I'm going to at least trust him most of the way. And I would try to be as truthful as possible. I would say I have a little bias toward the McFarlane brand. I know a lot of people hate on them. The sculpting is usually amazing. It's usually the articulation and the look of the articulation that usually gets people, but I personally love them. But yeah, so I'd end up buying a lot of figures. And sometimes over time I'd be like, yeah, obviously I didn't really need that one. That was either more for a review or it's just aged poorly. But besides that, I've been organizing my comics. And one of the things I really like that I did recently is I started putting my short boxes on this dresser. I think the dresser's really out of place in this room. It's kind of random, but while it's in here, I'm going to make the most of it. Now, I don't think there's much else to show you guys. Sorry, I just randomly have burps. Excuse me. Besides, I guess my reading lately has been pretty bad. So I think either these two piles or just one of them is what I've read this month so far in May. We're really early in. I think it's the 6th or 7th latest right now. Oh, it's the 6th for a fact, because the 7th is when I'm going to get my Larfleeze in the mail Thursday. I can't freaking wait. But usually I'd have like around 70 comics by now when I was doing my 200 challenge. So maybe I'll be able to catch up. Otherwise, this might be another disappointing month. I do really want to hit 200 single issues in a month soon. But for now, I've just been a little busy. But yeah, let's go meet up with my brother. I caught myself. I was watching a vlog of mine the other day, and I kind of hit a like usual. it's gotten to a point where I get to hang out with my brother for New Comic Book Day almost every week, and that is such a blessing. The weeks without him feel kind of weird now, and it didn't used to be that way. If you watch the old vlogs, you won't see him for a long time up until we start going together, and then it's like we go together every time. So I'm getting around really quick because I think it's already like 8:40. I usually try to leave by 9, but I do have to go to his apartment before we go to the comic book shop, so I do have to leave a little early. I'm not gonna lie, today I slept in a little bit and it felt so nice. I had the alarm set and everything and could have absolutely wake up right at 8 or a little bit before, but I was so snug in my bed, I didn't want to. Also, I guess real quick update on the fish. Here's Neptune's tank. This is the big one that needs to be cleaned now. The water's really clear. You just see some algae on the side that the snail's gotten. But he's the last one I need to do, and I'll show you the 2 others really quick if you'd like to see them. Also, this, don't worry, I think my girlfriend brought it up the other day, is perfectly normal. The beta fish will look like they're doing bad, but the sad problem that's natural is sometimes their fins get super big and it kind of weighs them down. Like, beta fish can lose their fins from like fighting with other fish, so it's kind of sad. Them doing well can actually go against them with how much their fins weigh them down if they're not like tainted at all. And second, here's the 20 gallon in my room. I just went through and did like the vacuum hose for a water change and a bit of a cleanup. We still have a little bit of debris around, and also this, I really need to figure out how to clean the plants because I'll put the vacuum hose over it, but it never fully gets everything for plants like these repens that really hold on to whatever that is, fish waste or something else. But everything's going really good, and I want to turn your eyes toward the top. We actually have the guppies in here now. I put them in here. For now, I want the ones that are still in the other one to have a little bit more room, but then also be able to carefully watch these ones as they mature so I can figure out if they're male or female. Because for this tank, I want to keep the male since I already got 2 in there, and then I'm going to separate the females into the other ones so we don't have more problems with, we'll call it recreation. Also, really sad update. While I was cleaning my sponge filter, of course. What you should do if you ever have a tank and use a sponge filter, squeeze it out in the dirty water. I know that sounds crazy, but it keeps the helpful bacteria and helps your tank stay clean. But while I was in it, it has like a little cage area. Basically, if you go down that, sorry, I'm not showing it well. If you go down that clear pipe, there's like a little cage area to, I think, take in debris or something and help put it in the sponge. I don't know. That sounds like a really dumb explanation. It probably is. One of my fish got stuck in there and it died. It sucks, but I guess learning lesson. I'm gonna see if I can figure out a way to block that top off a little bit more so it can still shoot out the bubbles it needs to help break the surface. As you can see, with it like putting bubbles and keeping the surface like moving, you don't get biofilm as much. But I don't want to lose fish at the same time, so I'm gonna try to figure out something for that. Also, shout out King. That's the biggest koi catfish I have. That's a big boy. And last up here, we have the tank I'm currently cleaning that I'm going to clean as soon as I get home or finish. I think I just have to put water in it. This is the guppy tank. You can see how much I've planted in this, and I'm really proud of it. This plant's the only one I think not doing well, but that one was never doing well. That has switched like 2 or 3 different tanks to see if I can get it to do better. But that one just didn't do well at all. But besides that, I have stuff like Rebins. I have Bacopa, these ones in the back that are a little bit more stringy. I got a bunch of the dwarf hairgrass everywhere. Yeah, I'm really proud of this one, and I love to get to see all the different guppies, and especially, where is she, the mom back there? All right, it's go time, baby. Okay, now, for the books I'm going to be looking for, because I usually like talking to you guys and kind of hyping up what I'm going to get. I want to go through DC first. Also, I'm not going to say what covers I'm getting, because I just kind of realized, thinking about it, that's kind of the magic of seeing the haul. Like, in a way, when I used to say the covers, unless I got different and more stuff on top of that, which I usually did, I kind of spoiled the rest of the video, and it's not as fun. So, for DC, at least, I know I'm going to be getting some indies and some Marvel stuff, but for DC, at least, I'm going to be getting Batman issue number 9 by Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez. A lot of good covers there, so I might end up with more than one. If I end up with one, it's in an effort to save money, I would say. We also have Absolute Superman, and Absolute Green Lantern. There's some really good side stories, I would only really consider one. They have Tales of the Green Lantern Corps, Guy Gardner. I can't wait for that. There's a David Aja cover for that. I'll spoil that. I'm definitely getting that. I think I've talked about it in videos before. People know by now. On top of that, the DC Sonic collab is back. And on top of that, we're getting variant covers for regular books to have the superhero and their Sonic counterpart, the one that's like cosplaying as them basically, on the cover. So like for Batman #9 by Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez, we're getting a Batman and Shadow cover, a bunch of other stuff. They even last week, I think I put it in the video, they put out a series of connecting covers for the series. Through this collab, I am realizing how much I loved Sonic when I was younger. I wasn't like your Sammy Classic Sonic fan that would scream over it, but I played a bunch of the games and it was just kind of dormant for a while, where I didn't really play anything or talk about it or read or anything for a while. But through this DC Sonic collab, it is so damn good that it makes me want these covers so bad. And because they're done so well, it's not like oh, I just love this enough, I'll get everything. It's like they're showing out. So I think those are all the DC ones. I'll go over the rest in a second here. For Marvel this week, I'd say I just really want Daredevil #2 by Stephanie Phillips and Mark Spector Moon Knight by, I believe it's Jed McKay. But I do want to shout out for the Wade Wilson Deadpool, which I might have to look into because it is Benjamin Piercy and I do really like him on Punisher. They did an homage for Green Lantern New Guardians for the A cover, and I think it's so cool. For Image, I'm looking at getting If Destruction Be Our Lot #1 and Royals 2. For Dynamite, I'm going to be getting Muppets Noir 3 because I've been just loving the series, and Ben 10 #1. I believe they have blind bags too, so I might get a few. Otherwise, I'll probably get the A cover and maybe one blind bag just to see what I get. And luckily, I think that's it. I mean, you never know when you get to the comic book store. The money just starts rolling a little bit because it's kind of like a magical place. But yeah, I think that's it. I might get more than one cover for some of those, but I think I'm going to try to keep it tight and just get one for each, but we'll see. Like, for example, the Muppets Noir, they have Jay Lee doing variant covers, and his are phenomenal. I know I really want to go back and get, I think it is Jay Lee's for issue #2, where it's Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker. It's so good. And for 3, it looks really good too. I think it's the Electric Mayhem, or at least Animal and somebody else, and I love it. Dude, look at this craziness. I'm about to barely squeeze by. Shout out the Blazer. Okay, I just went to Golden Donuts. I've gone before with my mom, and I think at least once or twice with my brother. Let me tell you what, the one in Clinton Township, phenomenal. Dude's name that I think runs the store and everything is Zano. I got 6 donuts. I got a frosted one. There's 2 different types. There's cake and something else. I think this is the something else. He was super nice. I think he gave me a donut or 2 on the house, just like randomly. And I was like, oh, well, you know, thank you so much. And he didn't really know. He had asked. He's like, hey, is this your first time here? I'm like, second. I've gone before with my brother. He introduced himself, and I told him, I said, don't worry, I'll definitely be back. Like, the kindness isn't overlooked, and on top of it, like, I love donuts, and I'm usually down here for comics. So I ended up getting 2 chocolate frosted. Those are my favorite. Classic, you know, really delicious. So what he did is he let me have both of them, this type and the cake type, and then I got a strawberry Pop-Tart donut, and then I think there is a peanut one he recommended, and then I also got a Fruity Pebbles, because I know that's a guaranteed hit for my brother, which I got these for me, my brother, and his girlfriend if she wants any. So I'm really excited. I'll show you guys like a top view of the ones I got just so you can see them, but for right now, I'm really excited. Like, this is great. Okay, so before I go into my brother's apartment, I got the books. What's great is I was able to get everything he wanted. He sent me a list. Instead of going to the comic shop today, he had to do something at work real quick in the area. So the idea was, hey, can you pick these up for me? Obviously, I'll pay you, but then just meet me at the apartment and we can go through them together. Cool. Well, then he's looking through the Fantastic Four, the new one, because he loves Fantastic Four. He loves Doom. And he sees there's a 1 in 25 variant. It is an homage to the original Galactus comic, and it looks amazing. I believe it's Steve Rude. I will correct it. If not, it's beautiful. Well, I go to look for it in the stack of Fantastic Four 10 comics, and it's not there. So I'm thinking, damn. Well, at least they have the Ultimate Farewell that he wanted with Doom on the cover. And so I'm like, okay, wait, I could check the display case or like one of the special spots, because by, I think, the Marvel comics, there's usually a stand of like special comics. It'll be like first print #1s, like cool, whatever, like Superman related stuff, or Spider-Man, like older, like cool stuff. Not there either. So then I checked the display case that usually has the 1 in 25s, 1 in 50s, 1 in 75s, like incentives. Not there either. And so I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm ready now to go to a different comic shop to try to hunt down this cover for him, because I mess with my brother. He's a great dude. And so I'm like, I'll just ask Danny just in case. And so I asked, and he had it. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. The only cover now I need to get from him for sure is the Iron Man 4 connecting one I never got. But he is such a good dude. I guarantee that was either a week I didn't come or it went under the rug, and then it's just been a little bit of time now. But highly recommend Comics Corner and Fraser. Now, we'll go see my brother, and you guys can see everything I got. Yeah. Also, look what I found.
Wait, free comic book days today?
No, it was last Wednesday, or Saturday.
Saturday, right?
Yeah.
I went. Ooh. Oh, that's not that bad.
No.
All right, for new comic book day today, I got Wade Wilson #4, the one of the variant editions. I've been reading the series all throughout. 1 through 3 was pretty good, so I have high hopes for 4. Then I got Fantastic Four #10. I have 2 different variants. I got the Ultimate Farewell variant. It has Reed Richards Doom, and it has all the different mice for the Fantastic Four. Daredevil #2 variant edition. This is the cover B. Cover B. Then lastly, this is the other Fantastic Four #10, 1 in 25 variant I got.
Okay, first off, on a trip, Ryan found this for me to Pittsburgh. Still can't believe the Walmart had it. I don't know if it's like worth a lot or anything, but I haven't been able to find it anywhere. On top of that, at the comic book shop, I got Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight from Free Comic Book Day. I had no idea. 1, this is an homage to, I believe, the Hush cover. And 2, this is actually a tie-in. So there's going to be some story here that leads into the game or something after, in the middle of, something like that. Next, we have Royals issue 2. Really fun gambling comic. Twins with telepathy cheating at poker. It's a cool idea. Energon Universe Special. I got 3 covers for this one. There we go. I think it's cover... Does it say on it? Okay, this is... Yeah. This is the cover A. Then this would be... Yeah, cover B. And then we have, I think, just C. Yes. Okay, sweet. Also, Ben 10 issue #1, brand new this week. There was quite a few really cool covers for it. Ryan flipped through it real quick, said it looked cool, so I can't wait for that. We also have Hank Howard Pizza Detective, one of my favorite series. I've only read 2 single issues of it so far. I know there's some old stuff, and then now this. I have the big hardcover that they did for Kickstarter, so I can't wait to read that. I think that this might be in the hardcover, but I got the single issue just in case it wasn't. We also got Dog Tag from Mad Cave. I thought this was a bad idea for some reason. Brand new series as well. We have If Destruction Be Our Lot, another #1. I heard this is going to be really good. A robot story with, I believe, a Abraham Lincoln robot, so interesting. We got a variant cover for DC Sonic Metal Legion. This series last year, just the DC Sonic, because the Metal Legion's new, was phenomenal. So I highly recommend, if you want to try something else out, try the OG. This one's probably going to be just as good, I hope. Then we have the Tales of the Green Lantern Corps, Guy Gardner, David Aja variant. I probably should have got the 8 cover too, but I'm fine with just the David Aja because that is exceptional. I hope they do a John and Kilowog and a bunch of other characters too, since we've gotten Kyle, Hal, and Guy now. Also got Absolute Green Lantern. The A covers for these are phenomenal. I'm not usually a fan of the others because it's kind of like Absolute Flash for me, where they do some variant covers for the main character, but the art never hits enough to get them. No shade to the artist, but Absolute Superman, also cover A. Kind of same case. I don't know. The Absolute variant covers don't usually do it for me. I think the Martian Manhunter ones were phenomenal, though. Then we have Batman issue number 9. This had a David Aja variant at my shop that was only like $8 or $9 when some places charge like 10 plus. Tempted to get it, I didn't. I just wanted to save money. I also got Cyclops issue number 4. I don't know if I've read issue 3 yet. I'm gonna give both a try. If I don't like them, I'm gonna drop it. The series so far is decent, I would say. Kind of okay to decent. Then we got Daredevil number 2 by Stephanie Phillips. They had a really cool Spider-Man and Daredevil cover for that. Same one that did Ryan's 1 in 25 Fantastic Four, I think Steve Rude or something. Then this cover I love. We have Mark Spector Moon Knight issue 4. This has been a phenomenal series so far, and the cover A's are always really good. That's why I love to see, because usually cover A's maintain the value more than variants unless they're like exclusive. So when the A's good on top of that, it's awesome. Then we have this JSA cover that has Spectre in the back. I love Spectre. I need to catch up on some JSA, and what's really cool is it has a ton of the members at the bottom there. And last up, I almost got 2 covers for this. I settled on one. Muppets Noir, issue number 3. Like I was talking about earlier on the way up, the Jay Lee variant. I need to get the Jay Lee variant for issue number 2. But that's it. Also, the donuts were fire.
Look how awesome they are. They're here again this week.
Okay, I'm back with my books and my figure my brother got me. I think the plan for the rest of the day is, hopefully, clean out the beta fish tank and add water back to the guppy tank. Those are top priority. Reading books as well, because if things work out right, I would love to do a podcast with my best friend Vex from probably 4 p.m. to 5 so I can hit it before work and get it done. If you guys weren't already aware, me and my best friend Vex do a podcast called Collecting Opinions. I thought it was a fun name, especially at the time, because it's like a double entendre. One, because you're talking and saying how you feel about stuff, you're, putting your opinion out there. So it's like a show full of different opinions and how we feel about stuff and just talking about stuff we like. And then on top of that, when I was like completely enthralled with collecting action figures and a bunch of different little collectibles. I mean, I'm still doing comics. I still am doing figures, just not as much. It was also like our collecting opinions, like the collecting hobby, our opinions on that stuff. That not as much anymore. I'd say more comic book oriented and like media, like TV shows going on and movies. That's what we're gonna really prioritize soon. Right now it is a heavy comic book priority if you want to listen to it. But hopefully that too. And then on top of that, just cleaning up the room. That's a project I want to be done right away. I don't know if it will be. I think right now part of my problem is the layout of the room. My idea is where you guys are looking from is in front of my windows in this room, and then the desk is right against it. I think what I might do is shift the desk over this way, and then what was I gonna put here? Maybe either the couch or something. I gotta remember. I think one of the main reasons why for the switch is the desk can be in front of the displays, and then instead of the desk here, I was gonna have like a horizontal shelf. You know what I mean? They like run along the floor and they're not super tall. Put a bunch of books in there as well. Otherwise, I'm gonna figure out a way on this wall to be like mostly display and make something really cool out of it. If anything, I might move the dresser and do like big display shelf and then like a small thing. So I have a 3-layer, I guess just shelving unit, but it's not that tall. It's about half the size of one of these. I could do big shelf, that horizontal bookshelf, and then another display one, and just have this wall kind of mixed up a little bit and more fun, where I can have some space in between. So like display shelf, maybe obviously one of the smaller shelves, and then like a poster, and like make something out of it, because right now this room just looks jumbled and crazy. So hopefully that'll be a long-term project. Same thing with the 1,000 books. I think I'm getting really close, but like I said, I want it to be curated. I want to have books that I love, or at least really like, or entertaining in some way, have some kind of value to me, emotionally, just sentimentally, I guess, everything. And on top of that, just keep striving to have a really nice, well-kept collection, and organized too. Besides that, I got a lot going on today, so I'm going to get to it. Thank you guys so much for sticking around and hanging out. There's plenty of other vlogs if you want to see any more, and plenty more coming, I promise you that. Huge announcement too, really quick before I get off here. The Motor City Comic Con is just around the corner. I will have, if not by already when you see this video, I will have the Comic Con vlogs from the April South Carolina Comic-Con all up. And then I promise you this, for the Motor City Comic-Con, if you guys are still watching, I will have those up as soon as I can. I kind of dropped the ball on the South Carolina one. I just hit a weird, like, kind of burnt out period. I really like doing this in the podcast, but just content creation for a second, I was a little iffy. It has nothing to do with the topic or my interest in it. I've been doing content creation like on and off, if not mostly on, for something like 4 or 5 years, just in different niches. I went from just kind of whatever content to gaming, kind of back to whatever, and then to collecting and comic books. So it's been a culmination of time. It's not like, oh, I don't really like doing this. I definitely love it. But thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you very soon.